Good evening, children. Today we will discuss the next part of the lesson, ideas of development. Yes, in the previous class we discussed about the World Development Report. Okay, so what World Development Report conveys? Actually, the World Development Report brought out by World Bank. Yes, according to World Development Report, the country is classified based on the per capita income. You know what is per capita income? An average income of a country is called per capita income, right? It's very important. So what is per capita income? What is national income? Income of entire the nation or total income of a country is called national income. Average income of a country is called per capita income, that is per head income. Yes, no? Per capita income is equal to national income by total population. Yes, so we get per capita income when we divide national income with the total population. Right? See, we already discussed about average income is only for comparison, but doesn't explains how income distributed among the people. Right? So we discussed about different people have different developmental goals. Right? It may be development for one, may not for other. This sentence is important. Different people have different developmental goals. It may be development for one, may not for others. Then we have taken example regarding dams, constructing across the rivers by the government, and also discussed about Kudamkulam nuclear power plant. I have to remind you that the Kudamkulam nuclear power plant, which is set up in Tirunelveli district in Tamil Nadu at Kudamkulam, right? See that power plant has to be generated electricity for generations, because electricity is one of the basic need, you know that, for the industries. So that is why for the future, the government of India planned to construct a nuclear power station at Kudamkulam in Tamil Nadu. But the people were started a protest movement against the dam, means against the nuclear power station, because for their safety, security, and livelihood. That power plant has been generating electricity and as well as radiation also. The radioactive peril which has been existing from the power plant to harm to the people, harm to their occupation also. Actually, most of the people of Kudamkulam are fisher folks. That depends upon the fishing only. Yes, no. Where the plant is constructed, that plant has to be generate electricity and also radioactive peril. That radiation harm to their livelihood. This is the reason that village people started a protest movement against the government for their safety, security, and livelihood. There is a question. Why were the people of Kudamkulam started a protest movement against the government? Because for their safety, security, and also livelihood. Yes, no? See, the people supported by environmentalists, scientists, and also writers. But the government said, have taken all the precautions for the sake of the people. Yes, no? The government announced has taken the safety measures for the sake of Kudamkulam people and constructed that nuclear power plant. Constructed. Now it has been generating electricity also. Right? Here in this example, what to whom the development is? To whom the development is? The development is for the nation, not for the development of that particular village people. This is the reason they were starting a protest movement or not. Here in the statement, different people have different developmental goals, right? It may be development for one, may not for other. It may be development for one, that is for the government side only. For the nation side is development, but not the development for others. Not the development for others, nothing but the people of Kudamkulam. Isn't it? So based on this statement, so there will be a question in the examination point of view. Right? Question is that different people have different developmental goals. So what may be development for one may not for others. Discuss the statement. This is the question. So I have to take any one of the example regarding the dams. Even the government planning to construct dams across the rivers. Example, Sardar Sarovar project, which is constructing across the river Narmada. Then the people of that particular area started a protest movement. Have to take any example to discuss about this statement, right now. So today we will discuss about another important report, that is Human Development Index or Human Development Report. The students have an idea over two reports are. One is World Development Report, Another one is Human Development Report. Two reports are. What World Development Report conveys? The World Development Report brought out by World Bank. According to World Development Report, the countries classified based on their average income or the per capita income. They classified now the high income countries, middle income countries, and low income countries. What are high income countries? If the country per capita income is $12,055 and above, they were comes under high income countries. Right now, what are middle income countries? In between $995 to $12,055. In between, they are comes under middle income countries. Low income countries, the country's income is $995 and below, isn't it? So that is about World Development Report for classification of countries, isn't it? This report conveys how to classify the countries based on averages only, or average income only. Means average income is a criteria for classification of countries. Yes, no? In this report. But according to Human Development Report, which is brought out by UNDP, this is by World Bank. What is UNDP? United Nations Development Program. Important abbreviation. United Nations Development Program. Yes, no? Human Development Report brought out by UNDP. According to Human Development Report, the measure of development is health status of the people and also educational attainment. Health status of the people and also educational attainment. See what Human Development Report conveys. The Human Development Report conveys that the country is classified based on health status of the people and also education attainment. Next, income. The World Development Report classify the countries based on the income only. Income only has taken, but the Human Development Report has taken a measure is health status of the people and also education attainment. Next to income. Yes, no. The priority given for income is third priority given it is. The first and the second priority given for health status and education attainment. You know very well. If the people are healthier, are educated, then they have to, yes, no, good for the nation, it's a development. So that is why India needs to produce human resources. Human resources. What are human resources? We are the human resources. Who are educated and healthier people are the human resources. Right now, see how a country generates human resources by building schools. Right now, and the building hospitals. Clear? So the people need education and also health it is, means treatment if they got any diseases, isn't it? So if the people well treated, if the people well educated in the schools, automatically the good human resource can be produces. The human resources need for a nation for development. When we have taken example of Japan and China has been producing good human resources. They were very concentrated on the human resources. See, Japan, which is hilly region like mountains, but no agriculture is very prosper. But it is now developed country in the world. How it was developed? It was keen concentrate on producing human resources. That country concentrated for educating the people and make the people healthier. This is why the Japanese have been good in the human resources, and they were well developed. Their life expectancy also well and good. Life expectancy means length of life also, isn't it? So my dear students, so what I'm telling you that a country also keep concentrate on producing human resources by building hospitals and also schools. Clear? See, the concept is about human development index. Just know the human development index, which is based on these three only. These three measures means we have taken the measure of health, measure of education attainment, and also income. The famous economist of our country, Amartya Sen, he was the first economist of our country introduced human development and talked about human resources. And he said that the development of a nation depends on good human resources only. That is why we need to discuss about human development index. Clear? So my dear students have to compare the two reports are what World Development Report, what Human Development Report. World Development Report brought by World Bank for classification of countries by using a criteria is income. Now income is a criteria, no? I mean average income is a criteria for classification of countries, no? We classify them into three categories: high, low, and middle income countries. But when we come to the Human Development Report, which is brought out by UNDP, classify the countries by using health, education attainment, and income as a measure of development. These three has taken as a measure of development. Is it clear? So let us moving on. The per capita income of selected states. You know very well what is per capita income. Nothing but per head income it is. Or average income of a country is called per capita income, right? So let us understand the given table it is. Okay. So what table conveys about the given table is about the per capita income of selected states. You know the per capita income of selected states. What are they? Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, and Bihar given here. And the respective per capita income, their IMR status, literacy rate, and net attendance rate also given there. First of all, we have to discuss about per capita income only. As you well known, the per capita income which is used for a measure of development by World Development Report only. Yes, no. This report has taken average income of a country for classification of countries. The same has to take to discuss about Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, and Bihar. Okay, let us see the table. Haryana has highest per capita income with 1,80,174. It's been an average person of Haryana earning 1,80,174 rupees. An average person of Haryana. Clear? But coming into means the highest per capita income which has Haryana, Bihar at the bottom. See, an average person of Bihar earns only 34,409 rupees only, isn't it? And comes to Himachal Pradesh, an average person of Himachal Pradesh earns 1,41,028 rupees, isn't it? So according to this table, what we understand is that when we have taken per capita income is a measure of development which is developed states. There is a question. According to the per capita income, which is a developed state? Which is developed state? Haryana is developed state. Because Haryana's per capita income is 1,80,174 rupees. Okay, when we compare to the rest of the two states, but which state per capita income is very lowest? Bihar. With 34,409 rupees only. Means an average person of Bihar earns only 34,409 rupees. Here I have taken per capita income a measure of development. Only I have taken per capita income or average income of country only it is. Average income only I have taken for classification of these three selected states. According to per capita income as a measure of development, which is developed state? Haryana is developed state. Which is least developed state? Bihar is least developed state. Isn't it? As a method of development which is per capita income itself. Clear? In examination point of view, okay, ask me a question or giving tables, pie charts, bar diagrams, and asked to analyzing them or explains about the table or pie diagram or bar graph. So then this is comes under AS2, Academic Standard 2, means Information Skills Act. So giving information and asked to write or asked to analyze the given table. So the student has to start the answer with the proper introduction. Introduction is very important. Yes, no. What is introduction for given table? The given table is about the per capita income of selected states. Right now, then you start the answer. Next, explain the table or analyze the table it is. Analyzation means comparing one state to another state about its per capita income it is. Right now. So then you have to analyze. The first point is that Haryana per capita Haryana has highest per capita income with the 1,80,174 rupees. Bihar is at the bottom. That is 34,490 rupees only. Which means an average person of Haryana earns 1,80,174. An average person of Bihar earns only 34,409 rupees. This way, you have to explain the given table to get 4 marks. According to previous paper or previous question papers, only 2 marks it is. If the student explained about this table, getting only 2 marks. But now the paper pattern changed now, getting 4 marks it is. So it is easy to explain the given table. First of all, write a proper introduction is very important. The introduction which is given about the table only, about the table or about the pie chart, about the bar diagrams. Then you have to start the analysis or explanation part by comparing the countries or comparing the states with the given data it is. Here we compare the 3 selected states with their respective per capita income, isn't it? But let us extend this table with the IMR, literacy rate and net attendance rate. Yes, just now we discussed about Human Development Index. It's very important. This is an important measure for classification of countries. Right measure of development is Human Development Index, only right measure of development than the per capita income. Right now, see, let us moving on. The next extend the table about this selected states. So IMR. First of all, what is IMR? Infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate. Here, what is infant mortality rate? Out of 1,000 living children, the number of children died within 1 year. And out of 1,000 children born, the number of children died within 1 year. Within 1 year is called infant mortality rate. Right. Next, what is literacy rate? The percentage of literate population 7 and above the age. Percentage of literate population means the people who can read and write and understanding any language is called literate. Here we have taken the percentage of people, the percentage of literate population of given 3 states. The IMR of given 3 states we have taken, right? The next column, net attendance ratio of 9th and 10th class only. Net attendance ratio means the number of students who present in the school of 9th and 10th. Isn't it? That is called net attendance ratio. Yes. So let us compare the states with the IMR, literacy rate and net attendance rate other than the per capita income. Yes, no. First of all, when we have seen the IMR status of Haryana, 33 children died out of 1,000 living children. 33. So here, the next Himachal Pradesh, 25 children died. Only 25. When we compare, Himachal Pradesh IMR status is very lesser than Haryana. And comes to Bihar, 38 children died out of 1,000 children. Clear? So then in IMR status, which state is good or which state is producing good human resources? Himachal Pradesh only, no? Only 25 children died out of 1,000 children, only 25. Clear? But coming into literacy rate, 77% people are going to school in Haryana, but in Himachal Pradesh, 84%. 84% students are going to school in Haryana, Himachal Pradesh. But coming to Bihar, only 64%. Clear? Here, in literacy rate, which state is good? Himachal Pradesh state is good with 84%. Next, net attendance ratio. See the net attendance ratio of Haryana only 51%. Himachal Pradesh 67%, which is the highest one, and Bihar only 43%. See, my dear students, when we have taken the measure of development, the measures as IMR, literacy rate, net attendance rate. When we have taken these measures, which state is developed state? Himachal Pradesh is developed state because Himachal Pradesh IMR is only 25. No? Literacy rate is 84%. So latest one. Net attendance ratio 67%, which is the highest in the given table when compared to Haryana, Bihar. Haryana, Bihar. Clear? See, in the beginning, we discussed about only per capita income of these selected states. When we have taken per capita income or average income is a measure of development, which is Haryana is developed state. When we have taken the measure of development as IMR status, literacy rate, net attendance rate, which is developed state, Himachal Pradesh is developed state. When compared to Haryana and Bihar. That is why average income or per capita income is not a right measure of development or classification of countries. Income is not a right way of development. Income is not a right measure for classification of countries, but the right measure is human development. When the people are healthy, when the people are educated, it is the right way of development itself. So, my dear students, when you are classifying the states, given states, once you have to go with the per capita income, next to IMR, literacy rate or net attendance rate. In your textbooks, so this table given as 2. Yes, no. First, the state and per capita given as a separate table, and this IMR, literacy rate and net attendance rate given as the next two table it is. Yes, no. Then in public examination, he may ask regarding the per capita income of selected states or also the data given of these selected states. Right? So in the first table, what we discussed, how to compare the countries. We compare the countries with the per capita income as a measure of development. But in these 3 columns, they have taken IMR status, literacy rate, net attendance rate of 3 selected states and classified and concluded which is developed state. Himachal Pradesh is developed state. So my dear students, why Himachal Pradesh the developed state or why in Himachal Pradesh the IMR status is very less? Only 25 children only died out of 1,000 children. Why? Because Himachal Pradesh government has taken a serious step for schooling. Schooling it is. 84% of children are attending to school. This is the highest percentage given in the table, right? And Himachal Pradesh has been spending highest amount of money for education in the budget on each child. Do you know this government has been spending 2,005 rupees on each child only for education? It is compared to other states, it is highest. When we compare to the central government, is spending only 1,049 rupees, only 1,049 rupees. But here the Himachal Pradesh has been spending 2,005 rupees. Isn't it? So that is why when we have seen IMR status of Himachal Pradesh, literacy rate of Himachal Pradesh, net attendance rate of Himachal Pradesh is the best or good when compared to the rest of the 2 states are clear. So I hope you understand. Okay, two classifications are. What are the two classifications? First classification is about the World Development Report. I mean, based on the World Development Report, we classify the countries only based on per capita income as a measure of development. The second classification is based on human development. That is about health status, education attainment have taken, and last we have taken income of that particular country. It is clear. So according to the given table, which is the right way of classification of countries, whether it is average income or human development. Human development is the right way of classification of countries because human development includes the health status of the people, education attainment of the people, and income. Income it is. That is why the worth sale of Indian economist got Nobel Prize in 1998 because of he was the first economist who introduced human resources. Clear? So next we will discuss about public facilities. Public facilities. So I hope you know what are the public facilities. Example, electricity, right? Education, building hospitals, good sanitization like roads, isn't it? First of all, what does public facility mean? So India is a socialist country, you know that. As a socialist country, also keen concentrate on public facilities. Yeah. So best example, health, education, electricity, next to transportation, right? Next to PDS, public distribution system. Okay. See, there is a concept given about the public facilities. So we may expect to either 4 marks or 8 mark questions from this topic. Clear? So as we have to know about what are the public facilities are, okay, which is provided by the government only. Right? What are they? First, health. Okay. So health is one of the important measure for classification of countries, just that we have seen a part of human development report or index. Clear? See, for giving good health, the government to take responsibility for building hospitals, even in the remote areas also, where the villages. You know, the primary health center has been working for giving good health for the people, right now. So during this pandemic situation, you know, the government has taken very serious measures for taking care of the people regarding their health also, isn't it? So health is an important aspect which is a key for human development. Human development. Clear? According to human development report, the measure of development is health status. Second, educational attainment of the people. Education. Clear? So in literacy rate, India secures only 74.04%. The literacy rate of India right now, means according to 2011 census, the literacy rate of India is only 74.04%. Then we need to cross 90%. Clear? The highest literacy rate which is recorded in Kerala. The lowest is in Bihar. Important. So which of the following state is highest in literacy rate? Kerala. Lowest is Bihar state. Clear? So literacy rate is an important criteria for socio-economic development. Socio-economic development, right? So that is why the government has been building schools even in the remote areas also, right? Next, third important public facilities was electricity. Electricity is the key element for industries and even for home needs also. That is why the government has been planning to build power plants across the states in our country, right now. So that is thermal power stations, hydroelectricity power stations, even nuclear power stations also building in various states, sir. Just now we discussed an example of Kudankulam. In Kudankulam, the government of India built 2 nuclear power plants for generating electricity. When it compares to thermal, it is much better, much progressive also. Right? So electricity is one of the important public facility need for the people. Right? Next, transportation. So building roads or railway lines, okay, constructing the airports also important, okay, facility for the people. Right? So this is why the government has been spending, okay, ample of amount or enormous amount on the building of the roads and laying railway lines also for better transportation. Clear? So transportation is one of the important basic of the need of the public facilities and also public distribution system. What is public distribution system? Means running ration shops by the government. The government has been running ration shops for providing food grains to the poor and also poorest of the poor, the people who had food security cards or Antyodaya cards or Annapurna cards, isn't it? The government has been running various schemes for providing food grains to the poorer section in the society, isn't it? So this program has been running successfully in the nation. But when we compare the previous system, is running successful in the southern states than the northern states. Because in northern states, the states has been producing enormous food grains because due to plenty of water and good soils. But when it comes to southern states on the plateau region, well, we are on the plateau region like Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, okay, Tamil Nadu states on the plateau region, isn't it? So this region impossible to produce enormous food grains. That is why the government of India planned and has been rationing the food grains to the poorer section of the society by initiating few schemes like Antyodaya scheme, Annapurna scheme, and providing food security cards to the poorer section in the society, isn't it? So public distribution system is one of the important public facility for the poor. Clear? So this way, the government has been concentrating on the public facilities for producing good human resources. Clear? So my dear students, you have to remember that 2 important criteria are what is World Development Report and Human Development Report. Right now, then you have to compare the countries based on these reports only. What World Development Report conveys, what Human Development Report conveys, here is important. Clear? So tomorrow in the class, okay, we will discuss about schooling in Himachal Pradesh. And we have to compare the few selected countries and their respective human development index. Okay, thank you all. Have a nice day.